Okay, we are live. We're going to wait for our Patriot family to get us
Hey,
on.
Patriot fam. Are you excited today? Guys, don't forget it's Trump Tuesday. Join us on X Spaces tonight at 8, I believe it is, for Trump Tuesday with Mark Naughton and Crypto.
Question. Which way
lawyer.
can you
Yes,
read
ma'am.
it better? Because you know how it's mirrored?
That way.
This way.
Yes, that way.
Public school education.
I think I'm just going to
No.
I think is it backwards?
No, you're good. Hold on.
We're a mess today. I'm going to need to just pin it. I'm just going to pin it to the thing.
Hey, so you know what I
instead of
found out
having it.
today real quick before we get on to Patriot?
What?
This really gorgeous cup that was, by the way, a Christmas gift I probably got last year in some Secret Santa thing. Love it. But the
Ooh.
rim is it's got a metallic thing.
Uh-huh.
So guess who got fireworks this morning when I warmed up my coffee?
Oh my God. Michelle, you can't put that stuff in the microwave.
It's electric.
That you can't sing that. Do you know where that song comes from? Do you know what? Oh my God.
Wait,
Our audience understands. You guys have to research the electric slide. Research the song Electric Slide and figure out what that song is actually about. And then laugh every single time. Every single time we do barbecues and cookouts and you're dancing to it.
Okay, wait a minute. We got to play our breaking news thing. Electric Slide is not just a dance?
Mm-mm.
There's a is there a ditty meaning or something? Is it really bad? No. My world just got rocked.
Oh, no. And they say our music right now is gross. It's totally not. It's just more, out in the open. I think they were a little bit more subtle back then.
Mother may I. Oh my gosh. You heard it first here live, Patriot family, that the Electric Slide has some... Well, look at us singing Ring Around the Rosie. I mean, as a kid, that's about...
The plague.
We might be a little morbid sometimes.
I think we are. But the history of songs and story, fairy tales and things like that, fables, were a way for people that weren't able to read to understand culture and politics, what was really going on in the day around them. And it was a way for them to remember what was happening in that day and kind of as a tale, as a tall tale sign to kind of be cautious.
Oh. So America, what would our song be like? I don't know. Maybe we should write one. Forgiato, are you listening? Forgiato, are you?
Kamala is a tyrant. I don't know.
Kamala's not going to beat me in November. Remember that the Margarita?
Yes, that one. We could do that one. Okay. Joe Biden is asleep. And Kamala's at a party with Beyonce.
And they're eating the dogs. They're eating the cats.
So that's kind of where the music nowadays has come to. The political music has always been around.
Lord help us. Lord help us.
Oh, I hope y'all are awake today.
If not, go refill your coffee. Listen, today we've got a lot of stuff to cover. I was out front this morning and I realized I'm that person. I probably would keep my Christmas lights up longer than I should, but I still have my Trump signs outside. And I thought, you know what, this might be it. And on the off chance that anybody from FEMA drives by, I just want to make sure that I get them all in their fields. We're going to cover a lot of the triggered culture going on today, Allie.
Triggered culture.
People don't have big girl and big boy pants anymore.
No, not at all. Not at all. It's quite sad.
It's very sad.
But it's also fun to watch.
It's very fun to watch. It's very fun to watch. We have a good time. We have a good time on here. Guys, we're going to get it started. Patriot will be picking us up soon. So hang tight. This is Hadass Levy. Red Hat stays on.
Take 'em back on freedom, back to where we started. We're wearing our red hat tonight.
I love this song.
I do this and my kids are like, don't ever do that again. We could be doing
like a revolution. It's more than a hat, it's a symbol of freedom. And Donald Trump is the only solution.
Speaking
So
of
let's raise
MAGA revolution, the MAGA FAFO movement is not playing around. I'm
FAFO.
calling it the
Education
FAFO
time.
administration.
Yes.
MAGA FAFO administration. That is
They should all just get Avengers costumes right now and just be like, and like Trump can have the Infinity Stones. It's like Department of Education, FEMA, CIA, like just, I don't know.
I like it. I like it.
I
Nobody's
like it.
gonna like me though. I'll be Black Widow. That's just
Be Black
that's
Widow.
just.
But I'm
Black
cheap.
Widow.
Okay, guys, listen,
I'm not Russian. It's okay.
There'll be a dossier on you. Watch
It'll
it.
be the DEI Black Widow.
And hired. I think that would be amazing. Guys, we have the joy of the Lord with us, MAGA. And all of us, we've got air in our lungs. We're breathing. We're happy. Obviously, I think the democratic system worked the way it's supposed to. But, Allie, not everybody feels the same way as we do. And I don't say this to really poke fun. I say this because this is a real issue. Keep in mind, what happened is the same thing that's happened since the conception of our country. We had an election. Somebody won. Somebody did not win. Lots of you guys experienced that Saturday mornings on the soccer field. You try to teach your children how to not be sore losers. Well, with goodness sakes.
I'm sorry. No. Why? Why? Do you really hate me that bad?
You're not you when you're hungry.
Wait, let me go full screen with that. Hold on. Let's do that again. And take two.
You're not you when you're hungry. We understand Kamala's economy sucks and we weren't able to buy food, but I'm gonna need you to eat now because President Trump is back in the White House. Daddy's home and we can afford groceries.
Daddy's home.
Go get yourself a Snickers, baby. You're gonna be all right.
Oh my gosh. We do have that as women, especially we get that hangry thing where it's like, oh,
she's hangry. She's hangry. I'm gonna need her to eat and somebody to hug her and make her feel nice again. Because oh my gosh, it reminds me. Go ahead, keep going.
Okay,
I'll tell you.
She's like, get your popcorn at home, guys. We've got to discuss this. This is a real thing. I mean, they're gonna throw around J6. What the heck is this?
The first question I'm asking everybody in my life from this moment forward, who did you vote for? If I get anything aside from Kamala, get the in my face.
That's going to be a really lonely Thanksgiving. I'm just saying. Oh, this is my favorite. This is my favorite.
I'm going to be honest. I was very blind.
Oh.
I'm going to be honest. I was very blindsided by the results this morning. I've decided that cigarettes don't count today, and I honestly might go get a tattoo. But
I felt that.
I also have decided that for the next 4 years, I am going to abstain from schmecks with men. And funny enough, I actually just broke up with my boyfriend a handful of days before the election, and it had nothing to do with the anticipation of Donald Trump winning this election. It had everything to do with problems within our relationship and massive differences between who we were as people, which was unfortunate and sad. I wish him well, though. Yeah, as a woman, my bodily autonomy matters, and this is my way to exercise sovereignty over that. So I highly encourage any other women that are single.
Oh no, it gets better. Hold on, babe. Listen.
And care about progressing women's rights and still fighting for our bodily autonomy, to do the same. Delete your dating apps, because we can come together in community. And if you need somebody to cuddle or hold your hand or give you a kiss, I bet you one of your girlfriends would do it. Okay. And you don't even have to really be gay. It's okay to have a lot of platonic love for the next 4 years. I think
I don't want to advocate for that anymore on this show. I'm just like, what? Allie,
I'm just gonna leave this right here. Just
because the Snickers really satisfies. I'm just saying.
I like what in the world, lady? Sis. Mija.
Mija.
Your rights have not been taken away. Did you forget he was president for 4 years? Baby girl.
So Charlie Kirk,
Delete you can delete your dating apps because of the beta males, the soy beta latte males. You can delete that for that, and maybe dump your liberal boyfriend and find
there needs to be a
alpha
MAGA
male.
dating app.
There needs to
with
be
like men with like
there
facial
was
hair?
one. Listen, there was one, but MAGA women overtook it. There weren't enough alpha males on the app.
Well, so Charlie Kirk is saying these radical liberal women are melting down
results this morning
over Trump's victory. And they're
I've
joining
decided
this.
that cigarettes don't count today,
why
and
am I
I
talking
honestly
over
might
this?
get a tattoo.
Silencio, sit down.
But
Cigarettes.
Oh my
also
gosh, can you
decided
all go away?
that
It's like the ghost of
Just
liberal
like-
women past. Go.
Right.
She's like, I'm still here. So, guys, this is apparently the 4B movement, which Allie, you had a fabulous post about it, which I'll let you get to in a minute. But guys, the 4B movement is basically there's these 4 no's that it actually originated from South Korea, which I'm sure American women, really can resonate with South Korea.
Actual oppressed women.
Yes, in the 1920s, where they weren't going to sleep with men, they weren't going to have babies, they weren't going to get married. Like, it was all the 4 things that you're not going to do. Basically, if we're talking about liberal women, I think it's making America great again, but that's just me. Allie,
facts, yo.
Shaving the head. Can we just show this? And I'll just let you go with a little bit of this because I don't know, ladies, you know how long it takes to grow that hair out. And I'm saying, I don't think there's no Kamala in the world that can make me shave it.
I have a sad story to tell you. It may hurt your feelings a bit. Last night when I walked into my bathroom, I stepped in a big pile of shaving cream. Be nice and clean. Shave every day and you'll always look keen.
So yeah, it goes on and on. I love Alex Jones for putting that together, but
I'm like, I can't. Like, ladies, eat Snickers. Go eat some carbs. You'll feel better. Go work out. Do
Allie, when Britney Spears did this, like circa early 20-something, 2010, I'm not sure. When she did this,
she fell under conservatorship.
Like, she was right. They called it a mental break, basically. No,
now it's acceptable. I think this is mental illness, and like they're so racist that they've turned into skinheads.
They look like the fascists that they say we are.
Thank you.
What?
Thank you. While turning around and telling Black women and Black men that they are race traitors for voting for Trump. Same thing with Latino women and men. You're a fascist for voting for Trump. You're racist for voting for Trump. Meanwhile, they're shaving their heads talking about F the patriarchy and the misogyny while they're doing it and abstaining from sex because of why? Because there's a man in the White House. I thought that was the whole movement. Like, you're not
to allow men to make a choice. Oh my gosh.
Your choices, but you're allowing a man to dictate your choice. And it's 83% of Americans. Like, men voted for President Trump. Hello. Hello.
Nothing says my body, my choice like making decisions for your body based on a man being in a political position. Wow. It sounds like Trump just made America great again. In all seriousness,
back to traditional values, ladies. They're going to see in the next few years how much value they actually have when they withhold their power. Imagine that.
Abstinence.
Women change culture.
Yes.
Women change culture. We set the standard. And if we're no longer being hoe bags and aborting babies that we're both creating, then
you said hoe bags. I'm sorry.
Then
YouTube, we're sorry.
America will be.
I'm sure you can say that.
A better place. America will be a better place.
be a better place. And in all seriousness, when that lady mentioned, talking about it at Thursday, Thanksgiving, I think we need to like maybe
I'm trying to
approach these
figure out-
people like, I
No.
love you. Come here. Mwah. It's okay. Because we have to be healthy as a country. What? What are you gonna say?
They remind me of like, when your like daughter has like a temper tantrum because
Never
she can't
happened
get
in
her
this
way.
Yeah.
But yeah, okay.
Familiar.
I know, Brianna. No, but like you guys, any mom, any dad watching, grandma, whatever, you're watching these meltdowns happen. And the only thing I can think of is like my toddler, when even now, she's 6 years old and she's still throwing these temper tantrums like they're going to work.
Yeah.
Like, little girl. None of these temper tantrums have never worked in your life. I don't understand why you continue to do them. So I just let her do it. And it could be in the store and I'll sit there and let her flail all over the place. And I'm standing there just like this, like it's going to be okay, baby. When you're done, I'll give you a hug. Or you want a hug right now? Do you want mommy to hug you, hold you and tell you everything's going to be okay? It'll be okay, baby.
That's so true. We need to have mother love with a portion of our communities, because this is not good and not healthy. Guys, we're going to take a quick commercial break. Don't you go anywhere. Make sure that you click that share button. Share this on all streaming platforms, because really, Allie's going to go have a Snickers bar. We'll be right back.
I'm not
My name is General Mike Flynn, and I want everyone to know that I stand fully behind Beverly Hills Precious Metals and its owner, Andrew Sorcini. We are facing one of the greatest periods of financial uncertainty in both American and world history, and so now is the time to organize your finances. With the advent of the BRICS pay system, we need to now seriously consider how we can take better care of ourselves and our families and start some serious decision making when it comes to our wealth. You can also ask about their newest 2-ounce coin of yours truly. It's an absolutely great gift, and I am deeply honored to be part of history, as well as helping people protect their finances, their wealth, and their investments. So visit gold.generalflynn.com. Tell them the General sent you. Thank you so very much. God bless you, and God bless America.
Love that. We love America's General. Allie.
I'm serious.
No,
like,
we're gonna get
maybe not
sponsorship.
eat this. Maybe I think Snickers might be better once RFK Jr. is a part of the the administration, so that he can get rid of all the garbage that's in here. I mean, it's got like, and we wonder why there's so many soy boys, right? We got like soy, corn syrup, palm oil. It's just gross.
Ew.
It's all gross.
Ew. Well, I wish we could say we're done with the triggered segment, but it appears we're not. Let me take a quick look at, I'm sorry, when people come by and they do like yard work, and it's like, do you not know that I film out of my...
I mean, you should get like a giant sign that says filming.
Filming. Don't touch my Trump sign. Anyway.
Last week's election exposed how the liberal media lied to your face to prop up Kamala, and now the left's been exposed again.
Great.
Last month, after FEMA processed Hurricane Helene response, Democrats got on their soapbox and blasted everybody who criticized the agency. Remember? Turns out the only ones politicizing the hurricane was FEMA. And that misinformation the left warned you about was true. According to a bombshell report by the Daily Wire, a FEMA manager told relief workers in Florida to not help homes with Trump signs. Internal messages obtained by the Daily Wire shows the list of rules for FEMA canvassers. Rule number 2, avoid homes advertising Trump. So after FEMA confirmed that the messages were real, Director Deanne Criswell fired the employee and called her messages reprehensible. In response, the fired FEMA manager told Primetime that this wasn't an isolated incident, and quote, FEMA has made me a patsy. Florida Governor Ron DeSantis is demanding a full investigation and wants every partisan bureaucrat fired. But it looks like the agency's problems go deeper than just one employee. We also found out that FEMA didn't answer half the calls it received for disaster. Half the calls to FEMA after the hurricane went to voicemail. No response. And here's what rescue workers are saying on the ground. Listen.
You know, I had an interaction with local FEMA officials as well, and they wanted to help people. And what was the interesting thing is it was stated that, hey, we can't have our fingerprints on this, which I think it leads back to the actual question, which is, what sort of culture and what sort of fear is there in place at some of the lower levels of FEMA personnel where they're afraid they're going to lose their job if they don't speak up against actions that are blatantly not aligned with what the organization is supposed to be doing?
Oh my
Wow.
word, Allie.
Wow. People need to grow a spine. Grow a spine. Like, if you're doing the right thing, then do the right thing. Right? It doesn't matter what comes after that, because you'll be vindicated afterwards because you're doing the right thing.
Right.
I think it is egregious that they did not want to help Trump supporters during a natural disaster, as if the natural disaster could decide, which political side, is affected by the natural disaster. I just think that is really ridiculous.
Well, and I think this is, listen, when they talk about, bureaucracies being weaponized, I think about the DOJ, I think about the
Yep.
intelligence agencies. It never dawned on me that they would flip and use FEMA. Are you kidding
Well,
me? How low have we
they
gotten in
use-
this country?
They used our school boards. I mean,
Wow.
our teachers' unions weaponized their unions to close our schools and force mask our children and remote learn children, and pass them at a graduation rate higher than the reading rate and literacy rate and proficiency rate. I mean,
Yeah.
we're seeing weaponization in all agencies. It's just now that it's coming out into the open, I think people's eyes are wide open now, and they're just like, oh my gosh, I can't believe that this is actually happening. But I do believe that they could be using this woman as a patsy. I don't think that
Yeah.
this was an isolated incident,
Right.
especially not here only in Florida. This didn't just occur in Florida. It was happening. We were seeing it real time in North Carolina when
Yes.
Representative Corey Mills was down with Glenn Beck and Mercury One. They were out there and they literally walked into and in front of FEMA workers and got all kinds of roundabout answers to questions they were asking. So it's not isolated. And I do
you're
think that
right.
everybody that is involved that did this should be fired.
Absolutely. I know I was on a Spaces last night listening to General Michael Flynn, and he was saying, the areas that they visited, even in North Carolina, even the governor hadn't been there yet. Certainly not Kamala or Biden. They hadn't even stepped foot there. And it's
Right.
just, it's egregious to make this type of suffering political somehow. But, it does kind of stay on the same topic of, just this inability to see past political differences to just be human again. This happened, we celebrated Veterans Day here on our show yesterday morning. But the Ivy League school, Columbia University, they had a large portion of students and other people, I'm sure activists, gathering to protest, Allie, of all things, Veterans Day. They changed it to Martyrs Day because they're anti, what they consider the Israeli-U.S. war machine, basically celebrating those in Gaza. Which is, I know it, Allie, is Hamas. So is this like celebrate a terrorist day? Is that what they're trying to hijack?
Yes, that's exactly what that is. That's exactly what that is. They want to celebrate a terroristic group's day instead of honoring the veterans that have given you the right to protest. I'm sorry. What can we just roundabout like all of these people and just make them go into the draft? Like, can we do that, or is that fascist? I'm just asking.
But I'm going to
for all
say this. I'm going to say, well, and you're a veteran, so we need to make sure we let everybody know that Allie's a veteran, and that, I mean, that's got to sting a little bit, right? But to have people not, it's like Vietnam when they came home and we were shaming the soldiers. They didn't send themselves over there. It was an administration that got that war machine going. So, give respect where respect is due. People are
and we still have people that are hostages in Gaza that were captured on October 7th. So what exactly are you protesting or celebrating? I'm confused. Like, what the hell?
And most people that are on the scene there, I've listened to many reporters that were there, even your legacy media, which, we take what they say with a grain of salt, but have said this doesn't seem organic. It's very, it's led by certain activists and, but for Columbia University.
Like Antifa, who is funded by Soros, like that. I'm so can we kick him out of America already? He's already been kicked out of like other countries, and so is Bill Gates. So I mean, America, MAGA, FAFO, new political party. Can we please just advocate for that? Can we just
Well, and I'll tell you, part of what I think is going to help this situation is what Trump has been discussing with the Department of Education. So the Department of Education, we know he wants to dismantle it from being a DC bureaucrat, take it back to the states. But here, Trump talks specifically about what he's going to do with higher education, because let's face it, these universities get endowments. They get your taxpayer money. And what exactly are they teaching there? Are they teaching the love of the country? Are they teaching independent thought? Let's just take a listen to what his plan is. It's a couple minutes long, guys, but you're going to want to hear this.
Tuition costs at colleges and universities have been exploding. And I mean, absolutely exploding. While academics have been obsessed with indoctrinating America's youth, the time has come to reclaim our once great educational institutions from the radical left, and we will do that. Our secret weapon will be the college accreditation system. It's called accreditation for a reason. The accreditors are supposed to ensure that schools are not ripping off students and taxpayers, but they have failed totally. When I return to the White House, I will fire the radical left accreditors that have allowed our colleges to become dominated by Marxist maniacs and lunatics. We will then accept applications for new accreditors who will impose real standards on colleges once again and once and for all. These standards will include defending the American tradition and Western civilization, protecting free speech, eliminating wasteful administrative positions that drive up costs incredibly, removing all Marxist diversity, equity, and inclusion bureaucrats, offering options for accelerated and low-cost degrees, providing meaningful job placement and career services, and implementing college entrance and exit exams to prove that students are actually learning and getting their money's worth. Furthermore, I will direct the Department of Justice to pursue federal civil rights cases against schools that continue to engage in racial discrimination and schools that persist in explicit, unlawful discrimination under the guise of equity will not only have their endowments taxed, but through budget reconciliation, I will advance a measure to have them fined up to the entire amount of their endowment. A portion of the seized funds will then be used as restitution for victims of these illegal and unjust policies that hurt our country so badly. Colleges have gotten hundreds of billions of dollars from hardworking taxpayers, and now we are going to get this anti-American insanity out of our institutions once and for all.
Once and for all.
See, do you see why I call it the MAGA FAFO administration? Do you see why? I
love it.
Do you see why?
I love it.
He is not playing around this time. And it is up to us to make sure that he doesn't play around this time. And the people that he puts in these positions don't play around, because this is amazing. I mean,
this is amazing.
Jordan Peterson has his own college, right? He created his own college. It's not accredited right now, but he's created his own college, and it's, I think, almost half the price of regular college. And it's teaching you critical thinking skills, how to develop yourself, right? Like how to develop your brain and your mind and the way you think and the way you go about things. And it's just, you're learning just these all amazing things. And so I think MAGA, like, hello, are we going to start opening up our own colleges? This is great.
I think it starts with early childhood development, because I think he's going to drive some money into helping families, working families who need help with childcare, which means that, and we don't have enough childcare facilities right now to keep up with what will be the demand once people go back to work and our economy is back flourishing. So it starts from there.
MAGA baby boom.
We need little MAGA babies, a little MAGA onesies. No,
MAGA baby boom. I'm so excited for it. It's so coming.
It is. It's like when they came back from the war and it was like, hey, We're gonna have
Yeah,
some children.
no. Mhm.
It's like Trump won.
Oh,
We're gonna have
women.
some
Oh,
children.
women are returning the standard back to normalcy, and they're not hoe bags. Oh, men are no longer soy boys, and they're alpha males. Oh, they actually know how to lead and like do things. Oh,
That's
yes.
attractive. Wow. Let's yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
what? Who would
it
have
could
thought?
be good. I'm just saying we could have it, patriotism all the way through. And I just and that listen, we're not naive. We all understand not everything is with rose-colored glasses. We have a history, we have a past, but we learn from it, we grow from it, we're better. And this is
And
the
that's
one
what
thing
this
I will
is.
say, and I will get off of this soapbox. I hate it when people are like, yeah, but we had slaves. We were the first civilized group of individuals to contemplate, to actually wrestle with our conscience and with our spirit and with God over slavery. And you know what? We changed it. So that's what you do as a civilization. You don't stay where you're at. So we can teach
we're
that, and we can teach that we
you
rose
know,
from it.
You know what's interesting when people talk about America had slaves? I'm like, yeah. Have you opened your Bible?
Moses.
There
It
have
wasn't
been
an America
slaves
problem.
no, it was not an America problem, and it didn't
Heart
start
problem.
in America. Good Lord, y'all.
Good Lord. Hey,
Read.
have you been hearing, before the election, Allie, we kept saying make it too big to rig. We kept saying that over and over. And I thought, I haven't heard anything about that since the election. So basically just getting out in droves to vote, so much so that if they pull that suitcase out from under the desk, and feed it to it's too big to rig. There's too many votes.
And board up the windows so no one can see it.
Well, listen, this is a graph from Wisconsin. Obviously, DC Drano shared this, so I want to give him credit. But look at that. Look at that.
Nice.
That's what too big to rig means. It means, oh my gosh, there's that much MAGA. We didn't account for that. They tried it.
Yes.
I believe they tried it, Allie.
But it's interesting too, because Arizona, I think, picked up a Republican representative, I believe it was, or a Republican senator.
Yeah.
But Carrie Lake didn't win, or hasn't been chosen, hasn't been decided yet, because it's going to a recount. How does President Trump win by points, like over Kamala? And they've picked up Republican houses and Senate seats all the way down ballot, but Carrie Lake, something is a little fishy with that. RNC, Watley, Laura Trump. I think they know it. They know it.
Yeah.
I know they know it, and I know they're working on it. I just, you got to bring it up because it's interesting.
And this is our call to the 81% of Christians who showed up to vote. Thank you guys. The prayer continues. This is the new prayer, is to make sure that all of these contested races that we just want to have it open and transparent, which reminds me, why are we not watching them recount streaming live? Like, I would just run it in a little window over here.
Listen, I need a representative. That's it. I'm calling my friends in Congress. I need a bill. I need a bill to come out. Jay Kaufman, you want to help me write this?
Yes.
So that they can make sure that they are counting these things live on air so everybody can see it. Every poll worker, every poll watcher, everybody needs to have access to the cameras that are in there. Like We the People, they do these congressional hearings that nobody really watches. It's like 1%. We're the crazy ones because we watch all the congressional hearings. But I think it would be very interesting if we're able to do that with our congressional hearings. Why are we not able to do that with our elections? If we want free and fair elections, right? And we're asking for transparency, that is a way to be transparent.
Ooh, I love you just teed it up for the next segment. We're going to talk about that government transparency, because you're just good like that, Allie. Stay tuned. More open mic. Stay tuned.
I couldn't give anything a higher endorsement.
I would be remiss had I not include Cardio Miracle on my very short list of secrets.
It's the real deal. It's a real product. It's not another supplement.
I'm operating about 6 to 8 hours, and I've noticed that being on this Cardio Miracle has made a huge difference.
Since I started taking Cardio Miracle, about 8 months into it, the benefits have been fantastic.
If I get hungry, then I just have a Cardio Miracle.
Not only is it safe, but it's necessary to take Cardio Miracle to stay well.
This let me sleep. It's filling up more energy, more get up and go. And it's all because of what this company does.
For me as a doctor, Cardio Miracle is a staple.
Cardio Miracle to me is hope in a glass.
To try Cardio Miracle for yourself and get a special fan discount, Go to the host page right now and click the link for Cardio Miracle.
I don't know about you, Michelle, but I'm gonna need some Cardio Miracle. You know, I hit that
Send
3
some to those women that are shaving their head. Like,
bro, I hit that 3 o'clock wall like riding a motorcycle going 150 down the freaking highway. I cannot, like, that 3 o'clock wall. Just, I can't. It's so hard. You
Yeah.
be like, oh, I need a nap, especially because I wake up at 5
Get your
o'clock in the
Snickers.
morning.
Get your Snickers. No, just kidding.
No, because that's just high fructose corn syrup, and it's
That's right.
all
Get your Cardio
bad
Miracle. That's
things.
right.
This is for the liberal ladies that are shaving their heads. Yeah, you're hungry. Eat a Snickers. You're not you when you're hungry.
You're not you when
But
you're hungry.
everybody try Cardio Miracle. Let me know how it goes for sure.
I mean, how it goes. Absolutely. Guys, we're heading right back to our transparency, demanding transparency. Nobody said this quite as good as Steve Bannon. Of course, we're getting ready to have on Wednesday the vote. Of course, the House, when they vote for Speaker of the House, that's done very transparent. You know exactly what your representative, how they voted. In the Senate, not so much. When they vote for Senate Majority Leader, it is behind closed doors. But this is, I love this. This is when you're wielding the power that you, the people, we, the people have. Listen to how wonderful Steve Bannon puts this.
Let me tell the Senate and let me tell their staffs. It's not going to, even if you don't agree to a public vote, we're going to get it leaked. Benny Johnson has contacts. People have contacts, already made contacts. We're going to get it. It's going to be public. You are not going to be able to hide from this vote.
Oh, these are facts. And you know what I find so interesting is they're like, oh, we're being bullied. Listen, come here. Come here. Come here. Shh, come here. Listen. If you are a sitting representative and you feel like the public pressure that is happening right now, making sure that the American people have full transparency on what it is that you do while you are sitting in office because we have given our consent to be governed by you and you think you're being bullied, you might want to vacate your seat. You're in the wrong job. You work for we the people. Yes. Nothing you do should be behind closed doors.
Oh,
thank you.
So good. So good. And so do you want to see how real people in Washington, D.C. that want to represent the people, you want to see how they do it? They go and they give interviews saying who they're going to vote for.
We saw that you had endorsed Senator Scott to be the Republican leader here. Why do you think he is the right person for the job in this moment? I served with Rick when he was governor.
I know the audio is pretty off there. There you go. Right in front of the camera saying, yep, this is who I'm
This is who I'm supporting, and this is why I'm supporting this person. That is it. That's all we need. That's all we need. And the fact that you think that it's a threat when we say that we're going to replace you or, the midterms are right around the corner, then that means you feel so secure within your position that you do not have to answer to the people. And that makes you unjust. When you operate outside of the consent of the people, you become unjust and you have an obligation to be removed. Period.
Absolutely. Exclamation point, exclamation point. That's so true. This is where Allie had you gave us this this website yesterday. So I went there. I wanted to show our viewers. Guys, if you go to senate.gov, you go here to the senators, contact. Basically, you can choose your state, choose your senator, and it's going to give you the phone number. It gives you their local number, whatever state you're in. It also gives them the DC number. Sometimes I get more luck with the DC number because there's always staffers there. And that's all you want to do is speak to somebody in their office to be able to say, listen, they'll ask what county you live in. They might ask your zip code because they want to make sure that you're a constituent. Not that it doesn't matter if you're not a constituent, but it holds more weight if you're their actual constituent. And this is where you go, senate.gov. Follow those steps, guys. You can get your own senator's information. But you know what I was thinking, Allie?
I did this last session when they were trying to pass the omnibus bill, and I called every single House representative and told them that they needed to vote against it because I'm civic director for Moms for America. So we have an operating, group of over 500,000 moms, and when we activate, we make change. And so they're like, we're not used to all this pressure. Well, get used to it because America has woken up. We are the biggest lobby here in America, and we are going to lobby for our rights and our protections, period.
Amazing. Amazing. And here in Florida, I know Marco Rubio's on board. Obviously, Senator Scott is from Florida. So I know we've got a lot of support here in Florida. But what if we just contacted Let's just see.
Live on air, everybody, on Open Mic with Allie and Michelle. We are going to contact Senator Ted Cruz's office and ask him and tell his staffer that we, the American people, would like for him to vote for Rick Scott for Senate President.
This is Ted Cruz. Thank you for calling my Washington, D.C. office.
You're welcome.
It is an honor and privilege to serve the great state of Texas as your United States Senator.
I hope you still feel that way.
Hearing your thoughts and your comments. To leave a message for me about current issues or legislation, please press 1. For information regarding our office address and hours, please
to leave a message? Is that what we're doing?
Yeah, you can leave a message.
Okay. I want to speak to somebody.
Thank you so much for your thoughts and concerns about the important issues facing our nation. Please leave me a message and include your name, your city of residence, and your email address. Thank you.
You cannot record a message for this mailbox is full. Hello.
Good job, America. Good job.
That doesn't make me
need to call again. No, but we got to call again because if we got to get a person. So we hit number 1. How do you get a person? I don't want to just talk to the voicemail, but that's a good idea. Guys, leave a voicemail, send an email, and try to get a person on the phone.
Try to get a person. That was a big dud. You know, if we would have called one of our representatives here, like Stubby, they would have had somebody answer, but we're not going to have somebody. We're just in favor of Florida because we're Floridians and we know. Yeah, that one's
some things to discuss with Mr. Vern.
Ooh, Mr. Vern.
Yes. No, anyway, this is crazy. Guys, it's not hard. It's really not hard. And you don't want to be rude, right? Because it's not the staffer's fault. Like, they just relay the message. And you don't want to go on for 4 hours. Listen, when I was in DC lobbying for against the EATS Act, I was sitting in the room with a representative's staff, and when you walk in, they have 2 desks and they're like working and they're doing all these things, and one guy, the phone rang, he picks up the phone, and this lady is just going on and 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 on for like 5 minutes, and he's just like holding the phone while he's like typing on the calendar, like trying to figure out calendar stuff and like sending emails back, and it's guys, 2 minutes, you get 2 minutes, maybe a minute. Be very concise, very structured. Say your name, where you're from, what you want. And
use the sandwich method. Thank you so much for doing this. Here's what I'd like for you to do. Thank you so much. We're praying for you
again. Yes.
Simple. Easy. Simple. Just educating. I love it.
Except for when you call all 457 of them, and then it takes like 2 days, 3 days. I think it took me 3 days.
Which is why I say this, because we may have a lot of viewers who, maybe you're retired, maybe you're home with the kids, and so you're home. And it's not like we're asking you to run errands. This is something that we can all do. America, the fight, we told you, the fight wasn't through the election system. It is now that the election's over. This is when the real
local
ends. Local action.
Local action equals national impact. You listen, if you were able to make phone calls for President Trump to get him elected, you are able to make phone calls to your senators and your representatives to make sure that they properly represent you.
And just to put the cherry on top for why we want Senator Scott, again, the 80-20 rule, people, I don't agree with Senator Scott on 100% of the things. Trump's asking for him. I want to give Trump the tools that he needs. So here's one of the reasons that Laura Loomer, I love her. God bless Laura Loomer and the independent journalist. Obviously, there's 2 other senators that are vying for this that we know of, John Cornyn and John Thune. So just
Spill
say
the tea.
No to any of the Johns. We want a Rick in there, okay? But Senator John Thune's daughter was the director of a PAC.
I don't know why I just thought of Ricky Bobby.
Yeah, Ricky Bobby. Oh, that's so funny.
I'm sorry.
Was the director of a PAC that gave money to an anti-Trump radical leftist Democrat PAC.
Whoa.
So, again, wolf in sheep's clothing. We're done with it. We're done with it. We're not doing it.
I'm so glad she came out with that. Like, a lot of people have a lot of things to say about Laura Loomer, but when she is like a dog with a bone. If she has some kind of intuition that something is not right when it comes to President Trump and the administration, she goes after it, and she will find it. She'll find the information and she'll put it out. And most of the time, if not, I think she's like batting almost 100 now with how often she's amazing.
Well, and here's the thing.
You may not like her approach, but she's correct.
But here's what she did first. She tried to get involved in the system to make change.
Yes,
she ran for office.
And they
the rhinos really dealt her. Who does that sound like? Ran for office. The rhinos blocked her. So she went
literally denied her access to the people's house. How How do you deny a citizen access to the people's house if they're running for office? Explain that to me. And then we wonder why the Senate wants to do a hidden ballot. And then we wonder why representatives don't actually represent we the people. They represent lobbyists and, whoever funds their campaign the most.
Oof, yes.
Huh.
So thank you, Laura Loomer. You keep on rocking it. Keep on rocking it. Allie, have you heard or seen anything about potential picks for Trump in his administration? I know this one came across. Kudos to Allie, because I saw this and I was like, oh, did you see that Trump chose Marco Rubio? He's a Florida boy, right? This is obviously something the New York Post is showing. This is not from Trump. He's not, I guess, actually said this, but
Trump. Verify everything you see moving forward. Just because a news outlet, especially legacy media, puts it out there does not mean it is actually true. If it does not come from the Trump camp or does not come from Trump himself, it is not true. It is not happening. It is not there. A lot of times these industries and these people that are running for things or vying for certain positions will put out feelers. And James from X, I think it's James R. Real Politics, actually explained this on his X. And we talk about this all the time when we're in spaces. His political acumen is like amazing. And I learned so much from him, but he's 100% correct with this. You cannot trust everything you see, especially from legacy media. If it's not coming from Trump and coming from Trump's camp, do not 100% go for it.
Yes, I agree 100%. Verify. This guy, Kash Patel, there's been some people saying, hey, can we give him a stab at the FBI? This is what he had to say before the election on what a future Kash FBI director might look like.
The FBI's footprint has gotten so freaking big, and the biggest problem the FBI has come out of its intel shops. I'd break that component out of it. I'd shut down the FBI Hoover building on day one and reopening the next day as a museum of the deep state. And I'd take the 7,000 employees that work in that building and send them across America to chase down criminals. Go be cops. You're cops. Go be cops. Go chase down murderers and drug dealers and violent offenders. What do you need 7,000 people there for? Same thing with DOJ. What are all these people doing here? Looking for their next government promotion, looking for their next fancy government title, looking for their parachute out of government. So while you're bringing in the right people, you also have to shrink government.
Shrink.
I like it. I like it. But you know what the issue is? The people that are not politically active in our realm don't know who Kash Patel is. They don't know his resume. They don't know what he would bring to being an FBI director. A lot of people think that you have to have some level of like certificate or some kind of like, background in law enforcement in order for you to effectively make the changes that need to happen in a lot of these 3-letter agencies. But I don't think that is necessarily true. And I do think that more people need to research on who Kash Patel is. He's very close with a lot of people that have served in the intel community that currently sit in office right now. And so he's surrounded by people that understand and know things, but I also think he's very educated. He also knows how he can go about, being in that position and working that position effectively.
And
so
not at all, compromised. Yeah, that's true. Guys, we are gonna we'll be back with more of Open Mic. We're gonna wrap it up with some humor because we know we've dished out a lot of heaviness today. We'll be back, Allie and I, with more Open Mic. Don't go anywhere.
Hi, fellow patriots. How are you today? No, really, how are you? If you're looking for a way to energize, depuff, revitalize your skin, and maybe soothe some sore muscles, look no further than the Patriot TV store and the Nu Skin Renew Spa IO system. This is not your basic body massaging system. Nuh-uh. This has adaptive microcurrent technology that goes through these wonderful nodes on the bottom to really get in there. When you use it, you feel it just gently tickling in there and massaging everything. It's marvelous. And not only do you get the device, you also get a free tube of the special conductive gel to go with it. So there you are. You can depuff, you can revitalize, energize, and not only that, contour, firm, and tone. And we all want that. So go to the Patriot TV store now and get yours today from Nu Skin, the Renew Spa IO system.
Did I hear firm and tone? Can you use that on the entire body? Because
I don't know. You might have to try it.
I'm going to have to try it. I'm going to try it, and I'm going to let you all know. I'll be able to say affirmatively, is this good? Yeah, that's amazing. Hey, Allie, remember, was it like, I don't know, 3 or 4 days before the election, we all took to social media, all us ladies, you know, Sunny from The View calls us these, I guess, uneducated white women, for me, whatever. But
I'm an uneducated white woman. I love it.
I love it because we voted for Trump. Anyway, Sunny was not so sunny, but Mark Cuban put his foot in it, you know, by going in and saying, you know, that Trump doesn't support or doesn't have any educated women near him, around him. So all of us women just took to social media. And I thought, you know, I feel kind of bad. I don't know. We should check on Mark Cuban. How is Mark Cuban doing?
Oh, wow.
He scrubbed all his stuff about Kamala. And I was like, well, that doesn't make it any fun. Now he's all about business. He's gone back to talking about NBA stuff, which, let's face it, his team stinks. That's where they should have been discussing. He should have left politics alone. But
just leave it alone.
And then I found this. I thought this was actually really good because we all like it when somebody can admit that they're wrong. He came through and said, you know what? I misspoke on The View. I shouldn't have said that, and they took it out of context, and so
his wife probably threw her chancla at him, and gave him an earful. Because I bet you she voted for Trump.
She probably voted for Trump,
just like Biden and Jill. I know they voted for Trump. How you walk into the election polling booth with a red shirt on, girl? We know what that means. We know what that means. Your husband had his "Make America Great" hat on and didn't want to take it off. Girl, come on.
So Mark Cuban,
did you learn your lesson, sir?
Oh, we had all the we had moms from Moms for America. We had, we had Alina Habba, Trump's
people from the Trump administration. I mean, so misogynistic. How dare he have a female lawyer and have a female campaign manager and have a female chief of staff? Like, I know. How dare he? So misogynistic.
So misogynistic.
Resist the patriarchy. Y'all are wild. I can't. Ladies, you don't know what you're missing out on when you have a good, strong man in your life that is able to lead and that is able to love you and that is able to do the things that he is supposed to do, right? And worship the ground you walk on because you set the standard. Ladies. Yes. Oh, and I cannot wait till we
worships Jesus, so he knows how to serve, how to be a servant to his family. I think that's amazing. Listen, I know we like to poke fun a little bit, and especially at the end segment, but there's a new Kamala impersonator. This one, this gal just decided to take a stab at it.
Oh my gosh.
New York Post, she has hit the nail on the head. Allie, I want to make sure we take a second. She went viral with this ad. She's got the voice down. First of all, she's definitely got the voice down, but I love, this is her rendition of Kamala shortly after the election. Let's take a listen.
Should I text Trump and be like, hi, how are you? Why don't people like me? I got a lot of free time now. I don't even know if I want to be president. Should I run again? Taylor Swift, Beyonce. And where are you guys now? Okay, because I'm in a basement drinking wine alone. Ella's gonna stop talking to me. I think I'll just become like an influencer. Like, what do you do after you lose the presidency? I just wanted to move America forward. I lost the presidency. Like, my policy was love, not going back. I think I'm a very likable person. I think I'm a very likable candidate. Yeah. Dougie's gonna leave me. Joy cometh in the morning. I don't really believe in God. Maybe I'll start a podcast. Harry, coming. If you were me. I did everything right. I wasn't Joe Biden. I wonder if McDonald's is hiring.
Oh my goodness.
I thought that was cute.
It is cute. That is really cute. Estee's still my favorite, but this was cute.
Estes
definitely cute.
She definitely set the bar high. Estes did. Yeah.
Yeah. Estes does. She does. She does a really great impersonation of Kamala. But I saw a picture of Kamala recently where she's sitting on the floor with her hair up and a hoodie on. And she's got two of her, I don't know, grandkids or nieces and nephews or somebody's children she's sitting with because they ain't her kids. But she's sitting there just enjoying her family. She's like, y'all can have this mess. I'm done. Like, I don't think she really wanted it anyway. It was, there was no authenticity. But this is what happens when the media props up somebody. This was like watching American Idol. Like, it was insane.
We want you to win. We want you. Well, and
it was like a reality TV show. Like, how can we, as the legacy media, get the people all involved? And it's like they created this giant TV show of like your next president. Pick your next. I don't know.
Well, and I even heard Van Jones on CNN, who, I think he's coming to the table a little bit late. He had an epiphany, but discussing this is what happens when you have somebody who did not go through the presidential primary process. I mean, he comes out and says in this interview, he says, "Listen, if we would have made this decision, and he said, if we would have made this decision that Joe wasn't suitable to run again." Who's we that makes that decision? Because I thought it was Biden's decision. So that was a Freudian slip. But he says, if we would have done that back earlier, maybe Kamala could have had more time. I don't think that more time would have made a difference in this. Nobody voted for her.
No.
The first time around, nobody wanted to see her. And she wasn't given, the Democratic Party really did the Democrat Party dirty. And they could have had a Kennedy. They could have had a Kennedy.
They could have, but they forced him off the ballot.
It
wasn't going to matter anyway because MAGA was going to win. So tough luck, y'all. Tough luck.
I'm so glad that
Cheerios.
Allie, I'm so glad they gave us an hour because 30 minutes was just not enough time.
It was not.
I was only halfway through my cup in 30 minutes. It's like, oh, we just got to keep going.
I still have like half mine too. So it's good. I'm just excited that we're able to do this.
We are. And we are here Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. Eastern. We're streaming live, not only on Patriot TV, guys, but check it out on Rumble, X, YouTube, while supplies last.
Right. And guys, like, remember, right? This is your republic. You give your consent to be governed. You have to play an active role within our governance in order to make a more perfect union. There's a reason why it was written that way. So remember, this is your republic. How are you saving it today?
Thank you, guys. We'll see you tomorrow, 10 a.m. Eastern, same time, same place.
Bye, Patriot.